How y'all doing out there today? How you doing? Hope you can hear me loud and clear. I wouldn't normally sit down and do all this today, but I just got the word about Paul Mooney. He died. And you know, him and Richard Pryor made history together. One of the realest black entertainers, comedians, writers ever. No one really hits your core like Paul Mooney. Now, Richard Pryor to me will always be the godfather of comedy. But Paul Mooney was the ultimate sidekick. You know, some people will say the Scottie Pippen, the Magic Johnson, the Kobe, the Shaq, however you want to call it. But the ultimate sidekick. But I'm going to tell you something. When he got on stage, he could rip too. The guy saw, heard, did it all in Hollywood. There was nothing that he did not foretold about the racism, the systematic, institutionalized racism in Hollywood, in the arts. He was involved. You want to talk about a Forrest Gump of comedy? He was involved as a co-writer on Sanford and Son with Red Fox and Richard Pryor. Every major black comedian has some associates with Paul Mooney. So when we talk about Paul Mooney, you're talking about a bridge to many a career. You're talking about somebody who he validated you because he been there, done that. You know, you can't talk about no black comedians and not mention his name. He doesn't get revered as Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Eddie Murphy. You know, and I can name, some people say Chappelle. It depends on which era and all that. But he had a hand in all that. He was on the Chappelle show too. I mean, he had a hand in every major black comedian in some form of fashion. And his concerts were legendary. Now, sometimes he dissed you hard, and sometimes he went there. But I'm gonna tell you something. This guy was the truth. One of the few real people in Hollywood that if you hear him talk about something, he ain't making it up. If you hear him tell you how he was dropping the tea, the juice about what was going on behind the scenes, before there was a so-called Me Too movement, a cancel, whatever culture you want to call it, he was one of the few that was saying it back in the day. Back when everybody was goody two-shoes and everybody was trying to be all hunky-dory. Paul Mooney never hid his blackness. He never hid his truth. He spoke. Now he's reunited with Richard Pryor. And, you know, I want to say prayers and thoughts with his family and friends. And, you know, this is huge. This is huge. And he one of the true OGs of comedy, one of the true greats. And I don't say that loosely. The man could write, he could perform, entertain, make you think, did it all in raw. And he's undisputed. He's one of those kings. So rest in peace to Paul Mooney. Please share your thoughts and comments and your memories of him. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. And it's pretty emotional just talking about him because he's one of the few comedians that I couldn't wait to hear what he was going to do. He's one of the last ones. You know, it's just like an album by an artist that you like and you can't wait to hear what they got new. That was Paul Mooney. I always couldn't wait to hear his take because he was unapologetic and raw with it. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. I'm out.